Hey guys. So we're going to start, or we're gonna start the stream whenever. We're going to start the stream whenever we have one person watching. Oh, we have a person watching. Hi, person watching.
Hello.
Hi, person watching. I'm gonna talk. There's multiple people here. So we just lost that person watching. Anyway, by person watching. Anyway, so my voice, I'm not coming down with anything. At least I don't think I am. I'm just very dehydrated, and that's why my voice sounds like this. So, yeah.
Okay.
Drink water, guys. Anyway, so I forgot to do the actual intro. Hey guys, gals, and non-binary pals, welcome back to Reading Percy Jackson with my Christian mother. I'm your host, Mila Martinez.
And I am Misty, the Christian mom who is thebomb.com.
And this week we read chapters 19 and 20. The Chariot Race goes out with a bang, and the fleece works its magic too well.
These chapters I really liked.
I did too.
I was sad that they're done.
Yeah.
But
I actually like this book. Did you know that this book is actually the shortest one in the entire series?
Really?
It is.
Yeah, I did not know that.
So yeah.
But I also did not know that Chiron's dad was crazy. So I learned something new.
Learn something new every day. Anyway, so basically how the first chapter starts out is...
The Chariot Race starts with Percy and Annabeth far ahead of Clarice. But she's gaining.
Oh, wait, I want to start like this. Wait.
Oh, okay, there we go.
My
bad.
There we go. Okay. So now, chapter 19 actually starts out where Percy has a lot of thoughts about Chiron being Kronos' son, but he keeps them to himself.
Because he's riding on Kronos' back as they're going. Oops.
Chiron.
My bad, Chiron. I just said your papa. Same. Not really, though. Because he's riding on Chiron's back as they're going back to camp.
Yeah.
So
then the Centaurs take them back to camp, and they find that the camp had a hard 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
The arts and crafts cabin had been burned to the ground, and there were tons of campers that were injured. Okay, I actually want to know what happened, but I think I read the arts and crafts thing burned down because of a Dracon something.
It could have just been me doing a science experiment. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, that's how my science.
So then everyone gathers at the top of Half-Blood Hill as Clarice puts the golden fleece at the base of Talia's tree. And in no time at all, the pine needles grow from brown to yellow to green. The moonlight is a little brighter, and people start perking up a bit. Then Chiron orders a 24-hour guard duty of the tree and the fleece until...
Please, Chiron, please. And I begged before I read. I was like, do not put Grover as the guard of her tree. She already done died one time because of him. I'm like, let's try to keep him alive. Or, let's try to keep her tree alive anyway.
Yep.
So, there's that.
Mm-hmm. There's that. So then... the next morning, Chiron announced the Chariot Races will go on as scheduled.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of weird because it's just didn't a lot of people get injured in the Chariot Races? Mm-hmm. Why would you want them to come back?
That's what they do.
Yeah.
So
Tyson doesn't want to be involved after the last race.
He doesn't want to be on the chariot.
Oh, he doesn't want to be on the chariot.
But he makes a lot of cool gadgets for Percy and Annabeth.
So Percy and Annabeth are then, they're together in the chariot.
Mm-hmm.
Together, right?
Yes. So, but before that, everyone gathers at the top of the hill as Clarice puts the golden fleece at the base of Talia's tree.
I just said that.
Oh, my bad. Oops. So the next morning, Chiron announces,
also
yes,
just
you
said
just
that.
said that. Okay, so then Percy is doing his morning duties, I guess, right? Because he's in the stables,
This
isn't
is
he?
at night.
Oh, is it at night?
Yes, this is that night.
Oh.
Okay,
But
so
I maybe got my nights and days wrong, but I know what I'm talking about. So go ahead.
I have to go grab something, and I can't believe I'm doing this, even though it's live.
Why?
I have to go grab something. You're going to have to keep them entertained.
What are you going to go grab?
The book, because I highlighted something.
Oh. Why, hello there, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. It may just be me from here on out.
No, I'm going
Just
back.
kidding. That was a joke. So anyway, a little summary of where we were and where we're at now. So it is the next morning, and Chiron announces that the chariot races will still go on as scheduled. Tyson is still probably having PTSD from the previous chariot race. So he's decided that he is not going to be on the chariot. However, he does want to be part of it. So he's going to make the gadgets and things that fling out of the tires and grenades that are going to go off so that he can hopefully get some other people out of the way so that Clarice and Percy can then win. So then we were it's the evening time now, and Percy is in the stables doing his daily duties, and she went and got the book, and now we're back.
Okay. Before I left, I was about to tell my mom talk about like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier or something like that, because we finished watching that. But then again, I was just like, you know what? On another note, don't do that.
I just did a little preview, a little refresher.
We're only 7 minutes into this.
Yeah.
7 minutes into this, and we need to do a refresher because our viewers have short-term memory loss. So anyway, Percy's in the stables, and he's taking care of the horses right now, and he sees Mr. Hermes, and he's in his Amazon Prime getup.
Yeah,
because Hermes works for Amazon Prime delivery services now, apparently. Apparently.
So Percy apologizes to Hermes for not being able to talk some sense into Luke. That's the first thing. He's like, man, I'm sorry. I think he was a little scared probably, huh? The one thing that you asked me to do, I failed. And you gave me all of these great things to try to help me along my quest, and I couldn't get it done,
Yeah. And then Hermes goes on, he's just like, 1 minute. So then, 1 minute. So Percy he tells Hermes that Luke thinks that Hermes abandoned him, and then Hermes asks Percy, "Well, do you think your dad abandoned you?"
Yeah, I love this part because I feel like it makes Hermes seem like
more human.
More human, yeah. I think he's probably the most human out of all the gods to me.
Well, he's during out of the god family tree. Sorry. Out of the god family tree, Hermes is the second youngest. Well, Dionysus is the youngest, but Hermes is the second youngest. So we have the big three gods. They're the high and mighty ones. Then you have the little kid gods. And then you have Hermes and Dionysus, who I believe are the most down to earth.
Yeah.
Of all the gods, other than the, I wouldn't say the minor gods, but because some of them aren't really like that.
Yeah, but I feel like Hermes handled this like I would if I was a parent. He's like, dude, I know that I've messed up. Do you ever miss your dad? And he's like, do you ever feel abandoned by Poseidon? And then Percy starts to think about it.
And then Percy Percy thinks
it's
only a few hundred times a day.
Yeah.
But he didn't say that out loud.
Yeah.
So then he starts thinking, he's just wait, yeah, I do feel like my dad abandoned me.
Yeah, only like every time I breathe. It's no big deal.
only about every time I breathe.
Yeah, no big deal at all. It's fine. We're fine.
Every time I like look at Tyson, I think of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he thinks. And he's just like, I hadn't spoken to Poseidon since last summer. I never even been to his underwater palace. And then there was the whole thing with Tyson. No warning, no explanation. Just boom, you have a brother. You think that deserves a little heads up or a phone call. The more I thought about it, the angrier I got. I realized I did want recognition for the quest I'd completed, but not from the campers. I wanted my dad to say something.
Mm-hmm. Well, sure.
To notice me.
I think kids at that age too, all they want is for their parents to. They want their parents' approval. You know, they want their parents to be proud of them.
As a child that is around Percy's age right now, yes, I can agree to that. They want attention in whatever way that they can get.
Oh, for sure.
Because
I'm
right here. Sorry. Because I agree with that.
No, yeah, I know. I've been there, done that. But
yeah.
Anyway, and then Hermes gives Percy a package.
No.
Before he heads
I wanted to talk about what Hermes said about family.
Oh, okay, yeah. That was another sweet part.
So then Percy, then Hermes tells Percy that the hardest part of being a god is that you have to act indirectly to your kids, especially when it comes to your kids. And that if they interfered with every single problem in their kids' lives, then that just create more and more resentment and and
you're breaking all kinds of things.
Yeah. And then he tells Percy that Poseidon actually has been paying attention to him, and he wishes that one day Luke can realize the same about him. And then Percy's just like, and Hermes is just like, yeah, you talk to him. You talk to him. That's a good thing. Percy's just like, I tried to kill him.
Yeah. We tried to kill each other.
I tried to kill him. And then Hermes shrugged. Families are messy. Immortal families are eternally messy. Sometimes the best we can do is remind each other that we're related, for better or worse, and try to keep the maiming and killing at a minimum. We have a way of describing our family, and this is kind of it. And to sum it up, it's dysfunctionally functional.
Yes.
Yes.
It's true. We're dysfunctionally functional, and I love every dysfunctionally functional part of it.
So then Percy thinks about how much that Poseidon has helped him through this. He sent the hippocampus. He gave him Percy the water powers that he never knew before. He gave him Tyson. And then he's just like, wait, did he bring Tyson and me together on purpose?
I mean, Tyson did save his life, a lot.
Yeah, a lot. Like a lot.
A lot.
So then Hermes is just like, yeah, Percy, I got some in my back pocket for you. He brings out a letter. It is a beautiful blue letter. Oh, and by the way, Percy has to sign the package thing.
Yeah, whatever. Just like you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, like certified mail.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Percy he's just he's fiddling with the blue envelope, and he goes, I stared at the blue envelope in my hands. It was addressed in strong but elegant handwriting that I'd seen once before on a package Poseidon had sent to me last summer. Percy Jackson, Camp Half-Blood, Farm Road, 3.14. Long Island. It's also in cursive, or whatever. New York, zip code. An actual letter from my father. Maybe he would tell me I'd done a good job getting the fleece. He'll explain about Tyson or apologize for not talking to me sooner. There were so many things I wanted the letter to say. 2 simple words were printed in the middle of the page. Brace yourself.
Dun, dun, dun.
And Percy's just like, dude.
Brace myself for what?
Percy needs to get braces.
Yeah. Am I going to have a brace on my leg? What's going on right now?
He needs to get a knee brace.
Yeah. Do I need a knee brace? I don't know. What's going on.
Okay. So then the next morning is the actual chariot race.
Mhm.
And everyone's talking about it. And Percy can't help but like notice everything that Tyson has done for the chariot.
He even gave him a watch. Like a special watch that he presses when he's in trouble and something's going to happen. Tyson's awesome.
Tyson is very awesome. Mm-hmm. Oh, and then I have two more lines. I have two more lines that are highlighted, and one of them is very emotional and like very deep, and then one of them is just how I feel about time itself.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Tyson gives Percy the watch, he's just like, I don't like really wear watches, but okay, I'll wear it for you, dude. Mm-hmm. And then he goes, who cares what time it is? Who cares what time it was? I was just like, I feel you there, bro.
Yeah,
I feel you there.
Yeah, definitely. Time is definitely something she does not care too much about.
Time is irrelevant, especially at night.
Yeah,
time is very relevant at night.
Mm-hmm.
Tips from a child of Kronos. Time is irrelevant. So then Tyson gets into like this emotional speech, or like not speech, but like he gets into like this emotional words thing. This reminded me of okay. Me and my mom recently finished watching Marvel's The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
So good.
And there was this one part in this one episode, I think it was like the second to last episode, where Sam and Bucky, they're like having a conversation together. And then like Bucky, he says the most words that he said through the entire series. And this reminded me of that. Like just like rereading it. I was just like, this has the same energy. Because like Tyson doesn't really talk a lot.
He doesn't. He's so sweet, though. When he does talk, he usually says, like, the cutest things ever.
And then here's, like, him saying chunks of word at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's just what reminded me of it. Mm-hmm. So basically Tyson tells Percy that Poseidon, that he, like, where is it?
Something highlighted?
No, it's not. He's just like, he says that Poseidon did care for him at all. Poseidon actually did care for him. And it was, Poseidon actually did care for him. And it was that he sent Percy, the person that, like, he was, Poseidon sent Percy to Tyson.
But before that, what all causes conversation is that Percy's trying to apologize to Tyson.
Oh, yeah, about like
for not saying that that's his brother. Remember, he was so embarrassed. Yeah. And then Tyson says he knows Poseidon cared for him because he sent him Percy. Because he was so sweet. Because if you remember, Tyson says he was so lonely whenever he was in the jungle.
Yeah,
the
city.
Or whatever. Wherever he was.
He was in New York City.
That's the same as a jungle, girl. That's like the jungle to me. You know what I'm saying?
Jungle.
And
then Percy's like, well. And then Tyson cuts him off. He's just like, he sent you to help me. Just what I asked for. Mm-hmm. And then Percy's like, wait, you asked Poseidon for me? And Tyson's like, no, I asked him for a friend.
Aww.
It's so cute. And then he goes on about his life on the streets, and then he says, do you want to read it? Because you haven't read a lot.
No.
What do you
want me to read?
It's a highlighted part. Then he
it says, makes us appreciate blessings, not to be greedy and mean and fat like Polyphemus. But I got scared. Monsters chased me so much, clawed me sometimes.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, so that was when he was in the alleyway.
Yes.
Monsters are mean. Oh, they're like kids.
Yeah. Oh, and then wait.
They're like junior hires. Just kidding.
They're like junior hires.
Just kidding. So anyway,
I have
Percy doesn't know what to say, so Percy's just kind of like,
okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But that was super sweet. I kind of feel like that. I tell her sometimes, I'm like, I always ask for siblings, and God never gave me siblings, but He gave me a daughter because He's like, I'm going to give you something even better. So, and then He gave me her.
Hi, person that's watching.
I tried to give her back, but it didn't work. Oh, just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Anyway, so then the chariot races actually start.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
Percy and Annabeth climb into the chariot.
Okay.
Annabeth.
I would love to be in a chariot race. How about you?
Yeah, no.
Really?
No.
Oh man.
I don't like conflict.
I guess not. You've never been like a roller coastery type person either.
No, I don't like conflict or loud noises or crowds.
I would be all up in it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not that type of person. I'm like, I get scared when I'm around crowds. I have very sensitive ears. I don't like loud noises. I am terrified of conflict. When some people start yelling at each other, I either try and make them stop yelling, or I like crouch down in a corner and like try and wait it out.
When does that happen?
The theater.
Oh, okay.
A lot in theater.
Wow. All right.
Every single class, actually.
I'm just glad you didn't say here.
Oh yeah.
Just kidding.
At the dinner table. I'm just kidding.
No.
We are loud here though, and it scares me sometimes.
No, but that's just your dad talking. Like that's just literally his voice. Like
it's just loud.
They think he's yelling, but he's not.
Yeah.
So anyway, so the chariot races start. Percy and Annabeth are far ahead of Clarice, which is probably because Clarice weighs a lot. She's like a big old bodybuilder, and muscle weighs more than fat, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm sure her horses are like trying.
Isn't muscle just like condensed fat?
No.
Okay.
No, muscle's lean. It's all lean. Yeah, so I'm sure her horses are like, we're trying, sister. But you got to lay off them bench presses, girl.
Yep.
But it is what it is. So then Annabeth throws a spear at the Apollo chariot and knocks them out of the race. And then there's Beckendorf and the Hephaestus cabin.
Yeah.
So they use a machine.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of cheating, though, isn't it?
All's fair in love and war.
There's that
I'm just
thin
gonna
line.
say that.
Thin line.
All's fair in love and war.
Yeah. So they use a machine to grab hold of Percy and Annabeth to slow them down.
Yeah. And then when Percy uncaps Riptide, he cuts the cables connecting them, but not before Beckendorf can throw Greek fire into their chariot.
What?
And then it's going to explode.
Okay. So they're like really trying to kill each other. Percy's not able to get rid of the bomb since he's trying to keep Chris Beckendorf from cutting Annabeth because he's literally.
It's Charlie. It's Charlie Beckendorf.
Whatever. He's trying to literally cut her.
Yeah.
Like, I will cut you.
Yeah. So then Percy's able to distract Beckendorf and then flip the Greek fire into the air and the chariot right before it explodes.
Of course.
Yeah, I wonder what chariot that was.
I don't know.
I forgot.
But Annabeth steers their chariot across the finish line and everyone goes crazy.
So then
I see people popping bottles of champagne.
Wow.
There's confetti.
So then like, where was it? So they're like lifting him in the air and and they're like, yay, you did it, you won the chariot race. And then during all the chaos, Annabeth like takes Percy by his like ankle. I mean wrist. And she like pulls him closer, like she yanks him forward by she like grabs his wrist and yanks him forward, and then she plants a kiss on his cheek.
Ew, cuties.
And that's the end of chapter 20.
But before that, whenever she's giving her speech and thanking everyone, she makes sure that they thank Tyson as well. Yes. Because they could not have done it without him.
Because Annabeth's just like, guys, what we've learned here today is that racism is wrong.
Yes.
That's basically what she said. What we learned today is that racism is wrong.
Stop being a mean girl, Annabeth. Stop being a mean girl.
On Wednesdays we wear pink.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, this chapter kind of reminded me of like a sports movie, like one of those old sports movies.
Yeah.
But like It's Okay to Be Different sports movie.
Like Rocky.
I've never seen that movie
Oh
before.
my gosh, it's like a classic. Dun 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 dun. My computer's about to die.
Okay.
Here, I can plug it in now.
No, I have a.
No, that's not gonna work. I have the shortest one ever. So
We have to finish this quick. It's fine because this was a short chapter.
Yes.
Now it's on to chapter 20. The fleece works its magic too well.
So Grover.
Oh god. So he says that the Council of Cloven Elders has approved him to stay for the rest of the summer at camp before continuing his search for Pan.
So he's getting rewarded for his never doing nothing. Basically.
Yeah, basically.
They're like, we're going to reward you because you did not get killed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Good job.
That's how that
Not
works.
because you saved somebody, bro.
Oh yeah, no.
No, because you didn't get killed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
So he also tells Percy he can dissolve the empathy link now, that he's safe. But Percy's like, no, leave it in place. Because he already know Grover is about to get put in another situation where he's going to almost die and he's going to need to be rescued by Percy. Yeah. Do you not agree?
No, I do agree.
Yes.
I do definitely agree.
Yes, because if Grover's in trouble, Percy's like, I want to know. I wouldn't.
Want to know.
You
wouldn't want to know?
No, because you know what's about to happen.
Yeah.
He's about to be in trouble.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
So then Chiron smooths things over with Percy and Tyson for Merryweather prep, but they do not think that, because they no longer remember that
Percy blew up the gym,
and
but
he's still expelled.
Yes, instead they think that the furnace blew up.
Yeah.
So Percy's like, "Oh, sweet! So I get to go back." He's like, "Nah, bro, you're still expelled, but it's not your fault that the gym blew up."
He's just like, "Is that good or bad?"
Okay.
He's just like, "Okay." So then Percy calls his mom. She's furious.
Oh, for sure.
For running away from camp. But she calms down and they talk about how life is always going to be dangerous. And Percy agrees that he should stay at camp to train.
You think, Percy?
You think, like...
Didn't Chiron try to tell you?
And didn't you get kicked in the butt by Karma whenever Luke almost killed you? Like 27,000 times?
So that night, Poseidon sends Tyson a message.
Saying that he should go to the Cyclops Forges and then learn more about metalwork. And Percy's the teensiest bit jealous.
Because it's underwater.
Yeah.
With Poseidon, like in the same area. I would be jealous too.
Oh wait, we forgot to tell them what did the watch thing show up in the last
Oh yeah, he used it.
Oh yeah. The watch with the shield, by the way.
Yes, he used it.
The watch with the shield.
Mm-hmm.
We forgot to say that. But
well, that's what shielded him from the bomb thing.
Yeah. The watch. I wonder if it's like Captain America shield and it like defies the laws of physics. Because if you know the Captain America shield, that thing defies the laws of physics.
I bet you the girls from Naquanda or whatever made it.
Wakanda?
Yes.
Bet the shield's made of vibranium.
Yes, not titanium.
Not titanium.
Whoever said that.
Whoever, all the girls in my class.
So Percy thinks about what a good friend Tyson has been, and it's sad to see him leave. But he's also a little salty.
Yeah.
Like literally. And it's not just because it's salt water. He's about to go in, like he's salty. He looks back at the watch that Tyson made and the shield that pops out. It shows pictures of all of their adventures. Like
Greek-style pictures.
Yeah, it's all like engraved in there.
Yeah, also I wanted to point out
Tyson's smart.
He is.
Yes, he is.
That like Tyson says, brothers help each other, and then Percy says, "You're my brother, no doubt about it."
Yes. I love it.
So much.
So then that night, Percy has a terrible dream.
Oh, God, no.
So Kronos is taunting him.
I was going to say, let me guess what this dream is about.
And he sees Poseidon tell him again to brace himself.
Brace yourself.
And he wakes up to Grover, of course,
Of course.
banging on the door.
Mhm.
So Percy panics. Percy has to, and Grover's like, come to the tree.
Come on,
Annabeth.
something happened.
Just
Where's
laying
Annabeth?
there. That's all he says.
Yeah.
Which totally jacked me up too, by the way. Because I was expecting something totally different. And then we get to the tree and I'm like, bruh, you could have elaborated a little bit better.
Bruh.
I was over here almost crying.
Wow.
So, not really. But
she cried a lot during Falcon and the Winter Soldier, by the way.
That's different. That had Bucky.
So, knew you were going to say it. I knew you were going to say it at least once this episode. I knew it.
Percy.
You owe me $20.
I'm just saying, that was different. It had Bucky.
Okay. Now you owe me $40.
Annabeth had been on guard duty, right? So he and several other campers are all rushing up there. Chiron's coming. He gets on the back of Chiron's butt. Chiron's like riding him over there, right? They're like galloping over there or whatever. Chiron says the Titan Lord tricked them and gave himself another chance. What?
He put another pawn into play.
To control the prophecy. So Percy's confused. I'm confused. I think everybody
here is confused.
So Percy's confused until he realizes it's not Annabeth that's lying on the ground.
It's someone else. And I want to read the description of this mystery girl because I was like,
oh my gosh, it's Mila on the ground.
What?
Minus the colored eyes.
What? Minus the colored eyes. I knelt by her side. She had short black hair and freckles across her nose. She was built like a long-distance runner, lean and strong. Mm-hmm. She wore clothes that were somewhat between punk and goth. A black t-shirt, black tattered jeans, and a leather jacket with buttons from a bunch of bands I'd never heard of. And then, like, Percy helps her up. She's just like, hey, she needs help. Come on.
He's like, she needs nectar and ambrosia.
This is what I would do. It's
like,
come on. She needs help right now. What are you all doing? She needs help. And then
nobody moves to help them. The girl coughs and sits up. And she's like, I've had a strange dream.
I had a strange dream.
About dying.
I was dying. And she's just like, no, you're okay. What's her name?
She had electric blue eyes.
And then even Chiron, Annabeth, and Grover, who should have been celebrating this moment, were too shocked, thinking about what it might mean for the future. And I was hoping I was holding someone who was designed to be my best friend, or possibly my worst enemy. I'm Talia, the girl said, daughter of Zeus.
What? And that's where it ended.
Yeah. So let me think about it. So the next book we're going to be reading is book 3, The Titan's Curse. What do you think that means?
I mean, they curse, girl. Somebody's going to. I'm sure Grover's going to need rescuing.
Okay.
3 times at least.
So the first chapter in that
Grover's the first one cursed by the Titan.
So the first chapter in that book is called dang it, I need to look up what the chapter is called.
Here, I can look it up.
No. Because I need to only look up the first 2.
So yes. Not what I expected. Super awesome ending. Way to leave me on a cliff.
So do you think that they're going to start off the book with it's like 2 minutes after this. It's like directly after this book ends that they're going to start the next book, and it's going to be like that?
I think that they're going to have to give us a little backstory. Well, we already know what happened, right? But they're going to have to tell us how this happened. Mm-hmm. Besides,
we already know how it happened.
Well, I know it happened from the Golden Fleece, but why?
Well, the fleece is magic, obviously, and Kronos knew it.
But why bring her back to life?
Because she can do the prophecy now.
But so can Percy.
Yeah, but she's another pawn now.
But why does he need 2?
In case one dies. I can see where he's coming from.
I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
Where is...
Ooh, the Wheel of Time. I'm going to watch that.
Okay. Don't look. Don't look. I can't have you spoiling anything.
I love that Kronos is Chiron's dad, by the way. That's pretty cool. Not what I expected. Totally threw me off guard.
Okay, chapter 1 is called My Rescue Operation Goes Very Wrong.
My rescue operation. Oh, good Lord. Who's he rescuing now?
Can't tell you anything.
Grover? I knew it. I didn't know it was going to happen like immediately.
So then,
Jeez.
and then chapter 2 is chapter 1 is the rescue operation goes very wrong. No, you can't look. So, who do you actually think that they're rescuing?
Grover.
Oh, and then chapter 2 is the vice principal gets a missile launcher.
The vice principal?
Yes, gets a missile launcher.
Wow.
Yes.
I want to be that vice principal. This is Gigi. She also loves to read. She loves long walks by the beach.
She likes being carried.
She loves chocolate and anything really that she can eat. And roses.
Anyway, so yeah, what do you think's happening in the first chapter? Because rescue operation goes very wrong.
Somebody's rescuing somebody, and it's not going to be good. And then number 2,
the vice principal gets a missile launcher.
That's going to be pretty awesome.
That is going to be pretty awesome. So do you think that Luke's going to come back into play for this? Or okay,
I don't think Luke's going anywhere. I think he's upset now.
I think he's